Hey everybody, Pumpkin here. Today I wanted to bring you kind of a meme deck. You might have seen this every now and then, maybe one in every 50 games. It's Boost Nilfgaard using cards such as Regis and Cahir. The basic idea is play Cahir, hope it sticks, boost your opponent's cards, Cahir gets the boost, and then steal the boost back with Regis Higher Vampire. Regis drains all boost from the enemy unit. One of the issues with this deck is it's susceptible to cards like Scorch or Gigni or Resets. It's hard to get Cahir to stick on the melee row. It's actually one of the reasons why Strays of Spala is in this deck. And it's kind of hard to get out of round one because there are some, like, you never want to be playing cards like Cahir or Regis in round one because those are kind of your finisher. You have Avalok to try and keep Cahir alive, but there's a decent amount of removal. So the deck isn't a super competitive deck, but it is very fun. I suggest you try it if you have the scrap. Don't expect to win, but you'll have some pretty interesting, explosive games. I'll run through the list very quickly. So, John Calvi, look at the top 3 cards from your deck and play one. This works very well with Albric, which allows you to put a card on top of your deck. This helps you find your combo pieces, such as Cahir or Regis. Garrison, boost a unit by 10. Very strong. Obviously, if you have Cahir on the board and you have Regis in your hand, or you're pulling it with your leader, you get to play Garrison for -10, which boosts your Cahir, and then you get to have the points back with Regis. So it's basically a 20-point play, because you're getting 10 off the Cahir, and then you're stealing it back with Regis. It's total of 20. Regis drains the highest unit. Well, not the highest unit, whichever unit you choose. Make sure to play it on the melee row, because it is melee lock. Roach, round 1 tempo. Cahir. This is a melee only card. Whenever an enemy receives a boost, boost self by the same amount. So you could also play this with Yennefer and boost the whole board by +2. Yennefer is a little more dicey because she's pretty bad in round 1 and 2. I would not suggest this card, but if you're going to go all in on Cahir, you could do this. You could also play Letho Kingslayer on Cahir to get 2 Cahirs. This is really pushing it, but I mean, if you really want to go all in, you're more than welcome to. Ciri, very, very strong card in the meta right now. This allows you to get out of rounds. A lot of times, you just want to get out of round 1 because you don't want to push anymore. So you threaten a card advantage with Ciri, and your opponent will either pass or they'll play a card and you go 2 cards up, which basically forces them to pass round 2 because they don't want to go into round 3 a card or 2 down. Very, very strong card, especially for decks that really want to get out of round 1 without losing the game. So very, very good card. It's very cheap too. I don't think this card's going to get nerfed anytime soon, so play it. Very, very good card. Avalok, very good for Cahir, keeping engines alive. This is another very strong card. With any huge engines, you see this in Demovind, NR when you want to keep Visigoda alive. So another very strong tool right now in Gwent. These are 2 of the stronger cards. Asaya, this card is phenomenal. Another very strong card. You almost always play this on Roach. So after round 1, you play it on Roach on your ranged row. It puts Roach back into your deck and then pulls it back out. So it's a 10-point play for 8, which is way above average. There is a scenario where, like, you use Regis in round 1 and then you Asaya Regis back into your deck, and then you Albric Regis on top of your deck, and then you Calvite it back out. So you can play Regis twice if you really want to, or if they push you in round 1 and you're forced to play it. So there's a little bit of flexibility if you get pushed too hard in round 1, but 90+% of the time you're going to be using it on Roach. Rainfarn works well with Regis, boost an enemy by 3, then boost self by 3. Good card. Witcher, self-explanatory. Albric, move any card from your deck to the top. If it's a unit, boost it by 2. This allows you to set up your combo. I'm not going to try to pronounce this card, but basically look at the top 3 cards in your opponent's deck and move one of theirs to the graveyard. This is kind of like a tech card. If you can find a combo piece, this can be very good. So if you're playing against Skoyata and you slam this on the board, and you can find Shiru, you're going to save yourself a lot of trouble in the future. You could find Aglace against a Francesca deck. You could find Sea Hill against a control deck. You could find... A lot of times you just take a Witcher. All right, if you play this immediately before they play Witchers, a lot of times you'll just be able to deny the Witcher, which is just denying 4 points in round 1, which is not bad. So almost always it's going to be a Witcher because Witchers are auto-included right now. But every now and then you'll find a combo piece. Impera Brigade, throw it on your melee row, thins out a card. It's good. Helps you find your combo pieces later. Mahakamail. This keeps your engines alive. If they lock either Kahir or Avalok, you can unlock them. Or you can use it and boost your opponent's card so you can steal it. So it's kind of a proactive play. If you're playing against like a control deck and they've killed everything on your board, you could just boost your opponent's card because you're going to steal it back with Regis. Nilfgaardian Knight, same concept as Rainfarn. Boost your opponent's unit. If there are no, just keep in mind if they have no units on the board, it kills itself. Bog, if they have an immune card, let's say they have Milva and you play Nilfgaardian Knight, it'll still kill itself even though they do have a unit on the board. The text on this card is wrong. It's supposed to say something along the lines of boost an enemy by 2. If it does not boost an enemy by 2, destroy self. The no enemy units is CDPR's cheat way of shortening the text, but it's actually a different effect, so just keep that in mind. Strays of Spala, move a unit. This is good against decks that play any row-locked unit, which is Nilfgaard with like Eskel or Isbel, or against Senar. A lot of engines are row-locked. Rot Tosser, this card is disgusting. If you win coin flip, it's basically a free Gigny whenever your opponent passes. You play Rot Tosser and you kill a unit. This card is insanely good. But yeah, you usually save it to finish off a round to catch back up. You can also use it if you don't have Regis. So if you're throwing all your boosts onto a card, you can then finish it with Rot Tosser. So an example would be if my opponent is bleeding me in round 2 and they play Ciri, instead of trying to kill Ciri, I'll just take the boosts in my hand, such as like Rainfarn or Nilfgaardian Knight, and I'll just throw him on the Ciri, and then whenever he passes, I'll play the Rot Tosser and kill the Ciri. It's a pretty common play. And last but not least, Magni Division. It's a good engine. Throw it on your back row. Keep in mind, Albrick will brick it. Hence the name Albrick. Yeah, it's a good card. But yeah, so we're going to get right into the game. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll just play it. Oh! Okay, if we get last say, we get to suck Aglace. Or whatever. Regis, same thing. You get the idea. What is this? Every brick in my opening hand? Classic CDPR. Get him. Yeah, okay, so we just play garbage every turn. Yeah. Oh, so good. Wow. Less than 4 mulligan decks. Yeah, I know. Wait, wasn't Calvi on the list of cards getting changed? Or is that not true? Wasn't M here also on that list, which means both of those 2 cards are getting buffed? Oh, thick roach. Could you please summarize the gameplay? I played a 4-point card there because I don't want to play anything else in my hand. We're holding on to this in case he ever plays a Swordmaster. We're holding on to Rot Tossers for Milva and Skirmisher later on. My opponent just played a card that is in his deck for some bizarre reason. I am slightly confused. We'll go ahead and Rot Tosser. I have 2, so I'm not too worried. We're holding on to Witchers because generally they play Wolfsbane. Yeah. Now I Scorch him. Cap. Play Witchers. The reason we're playing Witchers here is because I'd like to Siri next turn. And I need to be up in points. I need to play a high tempo card because he's up a few points here. Well, Spain's getting 6 value and I'm okay with that. This card's worth 9 right now. It's gonna go up to 10 after he plays the Skoya unit here. Yeah, we're probably playing Siri next turn. We have some pretty explosive cards. Gigny. So this is worth 10, this is worth 6. 16 puts us at 29, so we're safe to play this. If he passes, we take the round. If he plays a card, we pass and go 2 cards up. Either way, we're happy. Yeah, so we'll play our 10 here. Balanced. 10-point bronze. How are people not complaining about this card on Reddit? I mean, they complained about it on Reddit and then they stopped complaining about it and started complaining about Ethne. What happened, Reddit? It's balanced? It's not. That is false. False. It's not balanced. You can get a... Can you get away with playing Impera? I could, potentially. Ooh. Spalato. Maybe. I might. It might have been correct. The problem is, ideally, you want a long round. Yeah, it might have been correct. Debatable. I'm not worried about Albrick because I have Kahir, or Kalvit. We're probably going to put Ava on top. Everybody plays Kraken Ethne, so they don't care. Well, that's the thing. Rot Tosser doesn't give a shit about those cards, because once you pass, you're not playing your leader. Right, and that's the problem with the card. The card isn't problematic when your opponent is still playing cards, right? The card is shit. It's like a 2-point card that does nothing. The reason it's not shit is because I don't want to put that in his graveyard. It's just gonna give him a free Francesca. Like, normally it's okay, assuming Kahir lives, it's okay to put into her graveyard. Otherwise, not ideal. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, Rot Tosser. Right, Rot Tosser is a shitty card in the middle of a round, but after your opponent passes, it becomes a Gigny with no counterplay. Right, the idea of the counterplay normally... The counterplay normally would be... The counterplay would normally be... you pass before they play it. Right, the truth tag. But CDPR removed truths from the game for whatever reason. That Garrison was a free Regis drain. Well, I don't have Regis in my hand. I guess we're putting Regis on top of our deck and not Avalok. Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna have to play this and hope it doesn't die. You have Albrick? Yeah, but I can only do one. I can't do Avalok and Regis. Right. At what point am I supposed to play this kid here? I'll wait one turn. Yeah, we can keep waiting. We don't actually need this to stay alive. Assuming it's an Aglais deck, we should just win, right? Okay. I'm pretty sure that card is like 6 or 8p. This card's really expensive. It is not worth it. Lock is worth 2, a reset. How much p is it? Is it 8 or is it 6? Hey Pumpkin, I just got lucky and stacked me a Blink Dagger for $100. Oh yeah? If anybody wants to buy a Blink Dagger on the marketplace and give me $100, I'd be willing to sell you my Blink Dagger. Oh, lol. Axe down to 31. Yeah, maybe Artifact is actually going to be a really cheap game. Maybe we were all, maybe we were all overreacting. Humans are not to be $600 for full collection? Is that what the number is at? $600? No, that's not true. It's not $600. Not $600. Sponsored Artifact player, lol. Okay, has anyone done the math? How much does it cost to get... How many rares is it per deck? Is it up to 4, I believe? How much does it cost to get 4 of every rare in the game? Plus Blink Daggers. Has anyone done the math on Steam Market? It's not $600, chat. What a good Regis, wow. Get him! He doesn't have any removal. He's done. But he spent $500 and didn't get a full collection? Yeah, it's called unlucky. Never lucky baby rage. You spent $500 and didn't get an axe. Oh. Yeah, boost it. Boost it. Yeah. Yeah. Would be for Scorch? No. Shit! I should have boosted his card! Oh no! Oh no!